Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shive, and this morning we're visiting with Dr. Nichole Huff. She's an assistant professor and extension specialist for family finance and resource management for the University of Kentucky. Nichole, what is work-life balance?
Well, work-life balance is quite simply how we manage our time and energy between our work and our other life responsibilities. But the idea of balance is a myth. And so I prefer really work-life management, right? Because, the scales are never perfectly even. Some days may look like this and others like this. And today, I'm sure many viewers can relate. It kind of feels like this, like a seesaw, right? And so work-life balance is less about how even your scales are at any one given time, because it's impossible to achieve, but rather over time, do you have balance? Over time, are you employing the strategies that are necessary to manage your time and energy effectively? Because when we don't, that's where it really seems to manifest itself across work and life. So work-life balance can lead to burnout. And so it is really important because when we don't have balance, when we don't have healthy strategies in place to manage our time and our energy between all of the different directions that we are pulled in, then we can experience, especially in the workplace burnout. And so, the World Health Organization defines workplace burnout as chronic workforce stress that is manifest in three unique ways. So energy depletion or exhaustion, negative feelings towards your jobs, and reduced professional productivity. And so when we aren't managing our life and our other responsibilities, we're not able to give ourselves fully to any one thing. If I had to give one tip, it is learning how to juggle, but to juggle your priorities. And so a key to work-life balance is to priority juggle. And that means that you have to decide which of your priorities are glass and which are rubber. So if you think about juggling, we think about balls, right? We juggle balls. Glass balls, if they are dropped, they'll break. Those are those priorities that sometimes it may be an appointment for your child or for your aging parent or for yourself. Some days it may be a work commitment, a presentation, a travel obligation. Your priorities will look different every day. And then some priorities, if we drop them, we can't put them back together very easily. But others might be rubber priorities, right? If we were to drop that priority, it would bounce. We could pick it back up. But I have 5 strategies that you can practice both personally and professionally to experience self-care. And so the first is to establish a clocking out routine. Do you have some routines in place that help you shift from work to life mode and vice versa, from life to work mode? The second is to be body conscious. Be conscious to what your body is telling you. And so are we listening to our body so that we can recognize when we are feeling stressed? To challenge your mind. This is both important at home and in the workplace. So are you doing things to become a better professional, to learn more about your job? Are you doing things when you're not on the clock to challenge who you are? So maybe take up a new hobby. To engage your senses is tip 4. So are you comfortable? Are you in clutter? How does your environment look? And then the final tip I'll leave you with, Kristi, is to communicate. So communicate with your colleague, with your boss, with your spouse or your children or whomever are those important people in your life, so that when you are feeling overwhelmed, that they know. When we can communicate these things, we can again work on resolving some of that stress and burnout.
Thanks for joining us today on the Farm and Home Show, and we'll see you next time.